Kelly Carell. I'm with TechStars, which is a STEM education program. Today we're going to be doing a science experiment, which is on density. And first we need to talk about density. And this is my friend Lorenzo. He's going to be my helper. He is going to be my kid for the day. So Lorenzo, tell me what you know about density.
I know that density is how compact an object, the molecules are within an object.
Correct. So that's a good way to show it with your hand. So when something is very compact, so put your hands together like this and squeeze them, that is more dense. But if we take our hands and we spread them apart, what is it, more dense or less dense?
Less dense.
Less dense, because now it's spread out over a greater volume, a greater space. So I have a good picture that shows that example. So in the blue picture, you can see the objects are tight together, right? They're close together. They're
compact.
Compact, that's right. But in the green, they're sort of spread out.
Correct.
So which one of these represents a more dense picture?
The blue one.
That's right. The blue is a more dense picture. So if something's spread out, less dense. If it's close together, more dense. Now, a lot of times people think that something that's small will be way less than something that's big. Is that always true?
It's not.
That's not always true. And I have a good example of that. And the reason for the weight difference is density. So I have a brick, which kind of feels heavy to me, and I have a bag of cotton balls. Which one of these is larger?
The bag of cotton balls.
The bag of cotton balls is larger, so it takes up more volume, more space. But the brick is, let me let Lorenzo tell us which one's heavier. All right, let's do both hands. All right, so here's the cotton balls. All right, y'all ready? Ugh, which one? Heavier.
I'm just playing. The brick is definitely heavier.
The brick is definitely heavier. So which one is, but in this case, which one is off? So what does that mean? It's more
dense.
More dense. So it's more dense. So even though the cotton balls take up a bigger space, they're larger, the brick is heavier because those molecules inside there, which everything's made up of, is more dense. It means they're compact together like this, or tight, tight, tight inside the brick. All right, so we're going to do an experiment that represents density today. So we can see what is more dense. So I can know you know what these are, right?
Eggs.
Eggs, just regular eggs from the grocery store. They're raw, so we have to be really careful with them because they would break easily. If you do break them and they get on your hand, you need to go wash your hands with soap and water right away. So we're going to have 2 glasses. In one, we're going to put water in both of these glasses. So if you're at home and you need some help, you can get your mom or dad to help you, or big brother or big sister. And we're going to put water about 3/4 of the way, about right here, up in the glass, okay? So both glasses, we want to make the water about even. So can you take care of that for me? All right, looks good. And if you don't run out, don't worry, I got more water.
Okay.
All right, that's close enough. Okay, so we have 2 glasses of water. So if the water is identical, are they both the same amount of density?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so we want to find out if this egg is more dense than the water or less dense. If it's more dense, what's going to happen to it?
It's going to sink.
It's going to sink to the bottom. If it's less dense, what will happen to it?
It'll float.
It will float. All right, so I would like you to put that in very gently, and let's see what happens to it. And I just realized, I have to get a tool for our experiment. All right, so what did it do? It sank to the bottom. So that tells me that the egg is
more dense
than the water. All right, so if we put this egg in here, what would happen?
It's going to sink.
It would sink because they were identical, right?
Correct.
What do you think we could do to change? Do you think we could change this water to make it so that the water is more dense? I know that the egg is more dense than the water.
We could probably add something to it.
I know, we could. We're going to add regular household salt. And then we need to add a good bit of salt.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, I'll hold this. If you'll fill it up, we're going to fill it up 3 times. And then we're going to put it in there. I'm going to let you mix it up.
Okay.
So 3 big heaping tablespoons of water. It's not coming out. I mean, not water, salt. I have more salt too, if we need it. All right, so get your salt out. Pour your salt into a spoon, because you want to make sure you have plenty of it. I did this experiment earlier. I tested it, and I did not add enough salt. So this time I want to make sure we add enough salt. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to pour it in. Do you think we need to get the other thing of salt?
Yes.
All right, hold that for me, please. I will get the other container of salt in my handy dandy basket over here. Actually, I have about 4 containers of salt. All right, this time do you want to pour it, or do you want to pour it in?
Pour it.
You want to pour it. All right, I'm going to hold it this time. All right, so that's number 2. Let's do one more. We're going to put a lot of salt in there. All right, 3. That's plenty. All right, so could you do me a favor and stir that up? Hold on to this on the bottom so it doesn't fall over. You have to stir it really good. So when he stirs it, we're going to hope that it dissolves in there, and that's going to make a solution. So we're not going to see the salt if it, in this case, we're not going to wait a long time since we're doing this on a film, but if we let it sit, eventually the water would look clear again. But right now we're just going to stir it up, and it's going to be kind of a hazy white color. He's serious about his stirring. All right, that's probably good enough. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to let you hold the spoon and ease this down in gently. And hopefully we stirred it up good enough. Just kind of ease it in there gently and kind of let it go. And what do we see? What's it doing?
The egg is floating.
The egg is floating. So what happened?
It became less dense.
That's right. So in this one, the egg is more dense than the water. That's why it sunk to the bottom. But in this one, when we added the salt, so we had salt water. So salt water is...
It is less dense. Wait.
More dense than the egg.
Yes.
And the egg is less dense than the salt water.
Correct.
So even though the eggs were the same, we changed the substance and changed the density. Not of the egg, but of the overall environment. All right, is that cool? You like that?
I love this.
It's pretty fun. All right, so I was told by Big Buddy that if you do an experiment at home, in addition to this one, and you take a picture of it, and you have it sent to Big Buddy, they will send you a prize. Is that correct?
That is correct. You can do it on Facebook at Big Buddy Program or Instagram at Big Buddy. Or you can email it to us at bigbuddy@bigbuddyprogram.org.
All right, fantastic. And the directions are going to be on this sheet that are going to come to you with your packet. It has the ingredients that you need, the experiment, and then it has the prize experiment. So the prize experiment is very simple. We want to find out at home, so I have some water here. At home, we want you to find some household objects. It could be a penny, it could be a bottle cap, anything that you can find that would fit in this water. Let's put a little bit more water in there, Lorenzo. Thank you. All right, so I have a few things that I got from around this room that I wanted to see if they would sink or float. So if they sink, that means they are
more dense
than water, and if they float, they are
less dense
than water. All right, so the first thing we're going to try is this glue stick.
Okay.
All right, so let's find out if that's going to sink or float. What did it do?
Float.
Floated. That kind of surprised me a little bit. Did it
It did.
surprise you? I thought it was going to
It did.
sink. So that one is what?
Less dense.
Less dense than water. All right, good. And I have a little piece of wood here. It's just a little piece of stick. And I broke it off so it would be small enough to fit in the water. All right, I don't know if you can see it good, but if you tell me what it's doing.
It's floating.
It's floating. It's on the top. So that means it is
Less dense than the water.
less dense than water. Good. All right, what is this?
Rubber band.
Rubber band. Let's find out about a rubber band. What did it do?
It sank.
It sank to the bottom. So what does that mean?
That means that it's more dense.
It's more dense than water. So you can go and find any of these different objects around your house. We're going to try one more. This is actually a shaving cream top, but you could use anything like a top of a water bottle. pretty much anything you can find in your house that's small. You could use a rock, a penny, blade of grass. All right, what's it doing?
It's floating.
Floating, therefore
It is less dense than
less
water.
dense than the water. All right, good job, Lorenzo.
Thank you.
I think you are a fantastic student. So if you do this at home, take a picture of it, send it to Big Buddy, and you will get a prize in the mail. Thank you so much.
Thank you.